And welcome to Topic A here on WYLN, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. Today we are talking about the Keystone Job Corps, what it is, what they're doing, and the big celebration that's going to be going on as they reach 50 years of service to our community. We're going to talk all about it with the Center's Director and the Business Community Liaison, all coming up here on Topic A, only on WYLN. Stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Make the beer stop your stop for the best selection of beer in the area. Over 450 types of beer, a huge variety of styles to please everyone's tastes. Over 150 microbrews, including hard-to-find beers. Over 100 German and Belgian beers and frozen daiquiris to go. Do you like trying new beers? Make your own six-pack at the beer stop with a large assortment of single bottles. The beer stop is open until midnight every day, all year long. Make the beer stop your stop. 16 North Broad Street in West Hazleton.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible, with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
Welcome back to Topic A here on WYLN TV. I'm Gary Perna. I'm very pleased to have with me Kelly King, who is the Center Director for Keystone Job Corps, and Cal, who is the Community Outreach Liaison for the business community here for Keystone, and somebody I've known my entire life. So it's fun that I get to sit here with you today with this, and I know there's a lot of firefighters and people on the north side who are going to love this show. But Kelly, I had you on Community New during our news to introduce you as the new Center Director, but quickly, a recap from that. You're not really that new to us here in the Hazleton area.
No. This is my third go-around at the Job Corps Center. You know, I started my career here 31 years ago. I'm originally from northeastern PA, so it's always great to be home. And I came back in November to take the reign as the Center Director. I previously had been an acting Center Director, a Deputy Center Director, and I think I wore many, many hats during my tenure there. So
it's good you're here, and you're here at a great time where Keystone is celebrating 50 years. Yeah. So this is really exciting, and there's a lot going on. So Kelly, if you can, maybe just give us a little bit of a background of what the Job Corps is, what it does, and why it's so important that we're celebrating 50 years.
Well, Job Corps is a residential job training program for young adults who are interested in furthering their education, obtaining career training, and developing some independent living skills. And so the exciting thing is Job Corps as a whole started in 1964 under LBJ, and it has expanded. You know, we went from just a few centers to 125 centers now. And Keystone is one of the oldest centers, and it's kind of a fun thing to be able to celebrate 50 years of impacting not just youth, but business and community. So we were looking at some archive information, and we found out that, you know, 50 years, there's been thousands of young people who've gone through our door. And there's been hundreds, literally hundreds, of community service projects. And then the other thing is, you know, making sure that we're celebrating the staff who've worked there over the years. 50 years of people who, I would say unselfishly, have given of themselves to help young people discover their potential. And I think it's a big deal when you hit 50 that you celebrate that, because that's a lot of impact.
Now, I know there's a lot going on to lead to the 50th, and Cal, you've been working around the clock getting some of the things done, reaching out with a lot of the businesses with this. But real quick, I want to touch on something Kelly talked about. Many of the projects, I know you guys just helped with the move of the chamber office.
That is correct.
To their new location, and many other things that we really don't hear about. It's just sending a group of students up and they're doing this, or maybe a group of students over here doing that. We're gonna have a red carpet breakfast down with you guys
Yes.
coming up as well. So, Cal, getting people acquainted with the Job Corps, getting the kids in the community, how important is that back and forth?
Well, first of all, it helps develop a sense of community for our students. Sometimes they come from areas where they don't have that sense of community, and we want to develop that in them. It is important for them to realize that they have to give back, and this helps them on that path. We have, as you said, helped the chamber. We are currently working with St. Marl's Festival. Our students will be up there for the next few days helping assist there. We help with Catholic Social Services with their food drives all the time, with the monthly food distribution again at our Queen of Heaven Church over there on Vine Street. So we're always doing more and more, to the point sometimes we have to look at our schedule and say we may have to turn some things away.
Right.
2017 is very busy for us right now, so we're looking at projects into 2018. But we're very proud of the way the kids just dive in and the students just feel so involved, and they say, what can I help you with next when we're out there doing something? It isn't like, oh, can we please have a break? No, what do we need to do? Let's get it done. And it's been great. It has been great. One of the things we do currently is the farmers market. Every week we go down on Fridays, help with the setup, and then we have a booth to involve the students in promoting Job Corps, and we do special projects. We did the resume building one time. Anybody who needed help with resume building, we did that. We did the DNA ID tests, where our security students went down and helped parents develop systems out of a packet that we have so they can identify their children.
Wow.
So it's great. The community involvement is very, very rewarding for not only the students but for the staff to see what they do.
Now, I know sometimes the first couple times I went to Job Corps, I was kind of confused how it works. So, Kelly, I'm gonna quiz you right here. How does Job Corps work? How does somebody get involved? And I know a lot of students who come here are not from northeastern Pennsylvania. So, how does it work? How do they get involved in the program? And typically, how long are they in it?
So a young person who is interested in obtaining either their education or a career training path would have to go to Pennsylvania Career Links and express an interest in it. Typically we have an admissions counselor, and they'll do the enrollment process. And during that enrollment process, they're identifying what type of career path that young person would want, and then they try to match them up to the Job Corps center that provides that career training. From there, then the student's application is processed, sent to the center, the receiving center. In Pennsylvania, there's 4 of us.
Wow.
So we have the opportunity to make sure that there's a career path out there for everyone. And for the young people, then they would do a pre-arrival interview where we just talk to them about making sure they're ready to come in, making sure they have all the things they need when they come to our center. And they're typically scheduled within 2 to 3 weeks to arrive on our centers.
Wow.
And it moves fairly quickly. The average student will be in a Job Corps program for about 10 to 12 months, depending on what they come into. However, they can be in our program for up to 2 years.
Wow.
And then if they go on to advanced training, and we do have several of our students who go on to advanced training, and advanced training is offered throughout the country, the students then would have an additional year, so they could be with us for up to 3 years.
Wow.
And then once they graduate, we're still involved with them. You know, we're still working with our students, helping them to find placement, whether it's in careers or whether it's in college, the military, and then we're still trying to provide support for them for an additional year after they leave us. So.
Wow, and that's a lot. And now, I know when we go down there, it's such a great facility to be in. You know, all the students, we've gone into multiple stories. You know, hi sir, hi ma'am, how are you? How's your day? They're very helpful around there. Is that part of the atmosphere? The getting them in, because now they're living there, they're responsible for some of the things that go on there. Do you have like a student government center as well with them?
We
So
do.
they're very involved with the whole process.
Well, it's a living community, and part of being a living community is taking our students through that independent living aspect, and being responsible not just for myself, but for my roommates, for my dorm mates, for my training mates, and making sure that we're contributing to that. And everything we say and do is about employability. So it's a full immersion program. It's 24/7, and as a community, each dormitory has its own officers, and they kind of govern their dormitory. They bring that then to the Student Government Association, who has a weekly meeting, and their executive council receives that information. Then they meet with me on a weekly basis to express any thoughts that they may have for improving our campus, because we expect our students, what are we doing well? What can we improve on? How can we make our community better? And I think that's one of the big things we talk about, particularly when we talk about community service and our students being involved in our community, is understanding that our students have to learn how to live community, be part of something greater than self. And everything we say and do is a full immersion down there. So
wonderful. All right, we're going to stop there. We're going to take a break. We come back, we're going to talk about the 50th anniversary and all the celebrations that will be going on coming up here at the end of August. So stay with us here on Topic A. We'll be right back on WYLN.
SAFE, supporting autism and families everywhere, helps people with special needs live full and independent lives. They focus on serving individuals with autism in a variety of ways, including collaboration with service providers and agencies to provide resources to the autism community, one-on-one support as needed to direct families to appropriate resources, circulating timely information pertinent to the autism community, and monthly support group meetings in Hazleton and Kingston. For more information, call 570-822-7259. Visit them online at autismsafe.org. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network. The Hazleton Wine and Beer Festival is Saturday, August 26th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Hazel Township Babe Ruth Field on Hazel Township Boulevard. The festival benefits the Hazleton Rotary Scholarship. Come sample great craft beers and wine, taste some great food, and listen to some great entertainment. Ostrich Hat kicks off the day at 11 a.m. and Cartoon plays at 2. You must be 21 to enter, and tickets are available in advance at hazeltonrotary.ticketleap.com.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to watch archive shows and a live stream of our broadcast shows. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. WYLN, we're your local network.
Attention! If you have suffered health complications after hernia surgery, call Hernia Mesh Alert now. You may be entitled to significant compensation. Hernia repair surgeries are one of the most common surgeries performed in the United States, with over 1 million procedures performed annually. Hernia repair surgery is simple and often requires a mesh product to be implanted inside your body. However, a popular mesh product has been linked to severe complications, and in May of 2016, the manufacturer of this product issued a voluntary global recall due to product defects. If you had a hernia mesh implanted and have experienced chronic pain, infection, adhesions, wound reopening, mesh migration, bowel obstruction, or need a replacement or revision surgery, then call Hernia Mesh Alert now. Our network of attorneys are ready to fight for you. Don't fight this alone. Call Hernia Mesh Alert now.
Call 800-647-0126.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You'll meet Oscar Castro, an athlete, a student, a very busy young man who has started to integrate good chiropractic care in his workout routine. It's helping him to stay strong and fit, and he's going to tell you all about it this week. Join us.
Welcome back to Topic A here on WYLN. I'm Gary Perna, and we're continuing to talk about Job Corps. So the 50th anniversary celebration will be going on the last week of August. There's a lot going on. I guess just start with you, Kelly, and kind of lead into what we're going to be doing there and how the celebration is going to pan out.
So on August 30th, we're going to have some fireworks over the center. So we invite people to make sure they come down and check us out there. And then on the 31st, we have an open house / family day to allow for our students' families to come up and see what's happening on our campus. The day will start with folks getting registered in. A lot of our students and staff have made preparations, and it's really celebrating the 50 years of impact. We'll have open houses happening for our trades. People can go down there and look at what happens in the 18 different trade offerings. Also, take a look at the dormitory. I often kid the students that their dorms are much nicer than what I had in college. I remember my shower bucket. Our students don't have that. They have showers and bathrooms right in their own rooms, and making sure that then people have the opportunity to meet some of the staff who are having an impact on young people today. It's a very phenomenal group of people there.
And it's always great to go down, and I've said 100 times, you go down there and it's like its own community, but it's great. I love the Culinary Center. I don't think there's anybody who goes to the business luncheons or the meetings down there who does not love that, and they always do such a great job. And then, so with all that going on and the campus being open, what else can we expect to go on? What are we going to see? What can we take part in?
Well, first of all, you mentioned the Culinary Center. That will be the entry point. And we're also going to have Archive Hall there. We have a tremendous amount of photographs, newspaper clippings, information from the past since the beginning that will be available for everybody to look at and to reminisce about what the area was like years ago to where we are now. We're going to be having, as Kelly said, the trade displays. We're going to be having a program at 2:30 to 3:30. But in the meantime, we're going to have children activities. There's going to be some kiddie rides. We're going to have a clown on center. We're also going to have various activities for everyone while they're there. So it should be quite the event. We want to keep everybody active for the day. And we're also going to have a dinner, a luncheon, I should say. That's going to be based upon a picnic luncheon, and will be in our cafeteria. Yeah, I know that it's a great event. I know you can be watching our news. We'll be down covering a lot of the events that are going on with this. So when you came in, Kelly, and you said, "Oh, this is the 50th anniversary," was like one of the things like we gotta celebrate this. We have to really shine here in our community to make sure that we could show everything off and get everyone to come in and look and see how great everything is down here.
Oh, absolutely. You know, just getting people to know the jewel that we have here, and then you know, Cal spoke about reminiscing, and I'm not too happy with some of the photos folks found from 31 years ago, but we've had a few giggles about it. And you know, you think back 50 years ago, that facility only accepted female students. And today it's co-ed. And so the evolution of the campus is what we really want to celebrate. And the continued investment by the Department of Labor into our facility. It really is a jewel. And you know, it's not just for our students, but the community as a whole that does benefit from the center being here. And a lot of the businesses. You know, Cal's been working on our 50 stories of impact. And as we started out, we thought, oh, 50 stories. And now we're thinking, oh my God, we could have hit 500 stories and still been successful, you know, between students, between community service events, between the businesses that have worked so well with the center. So we really just think it's a time for us to celebrate the community of Keystone.
And I know covering here for the last 6 years, I mean, every month we turn around and say, hey, we want to come down and do this. Hey, we have another story for you. A lot goes on. And Cal, I think I alluded to this a little bit earlier. The business partnership between Keystone and all the businesses here and organizations in the greater Hazleton area are so important, but that builds a little bit of responsibility, and it builds some great relationships with some of the students and businesses that maybe in the future they could be a part of or could work with.
You know, absolutely. We work very closely with our business partners. The amount of purchasing alone that Keystone does on an annual basis is unbelievable. So we have to have very good cooperation between us and our vendors. Also, our work-based learning program, which is our internship program, is a great opportunity for our students to go out and actually work in the job that they're going to be doing when they leave center. and places such as St. Luke's Pavilion, which has probably been our lead work-based learning site, combined with every other one that we have, has provided our students with a great opportunity. We've been lucky, especially with St. Luke's, where we've had students who have completed their internship, who have relocated to Greater Hazleton area and are still working there.
And that's great. On the 50th anniversary part of it, when it's open to the public, now I know you guys are a secured facility, so when you have the open house and that, some of the things are just people to kind of know when they're going into it.
So we're a federal facility, so all vehicles, all persons coming onto our center are subject to search, and you know, as a commitment to safety, which is our #1 priority for our staff and our students, we do that. You know, certainly no weapons or anything that would be considered contraband going into a courthouse. I think that would be the easiest way to think of it, is permitted on our grounds. Certainly we don't want any animals on grounds either, so that's not a day to bring the dog for a walk around our campus. I think the other thing is just keeping in mind that we do have a large campus, so there's a lot of walking, so comfortable shoes is a must. We're going to start our activities about 10 o'clock in the morning, and we'll probably conclude around 3:30 in the afternoon. But it is a day of moving and celebrating and engaging our students and staff and our center with the community.
And that's great, and we're looking forward to that at the end of August with all that. And I do want to talk quickly about a new program that has been rolled out with the center, and that you now offer a non-residency program. So how does that work?
So again, if a student was interested in participating in the Job Corps program, they would speak with an admissions counselor, and particularly for students in this immediate area, they could come to the Job Corps Center during the day. They would start classes at 8 o'clock in the morning, classes are finished at 3:30. At that point, they're free to return back home, and we will provide for the transportation to and from. And when we talk about that, they're also welcome to stay on center. And you know, currently we have a couple students who are non-res, and they stay on center till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. One particularly, she's very focused on getting her high school diploma, so she's willing to put in the extra time to earn that diploma. And then other students, they find that, you know, I really enjoy what's happening in the rec center. It's really safe here. I feel comfortable here. You know, I just need to be home at night to help out for whatever reasons or on the weekends. And so they just commute back and forth every day.
So it's a great program. And if somebody in our area wants to take advantage of that program, how do they go about doing that?
So they could just speak to our local admissions counselor, Jeff Kalady. He's out of the Career Link, and he's over there several times a week. And they could go over and ask to speak to Jeff, or they could call the 1-800 Job Corps number, and they would get them connected with Jeff.
Wonderful. So it's a great program. So here in our area, people can take part in that program with that. So that is great, in that it's opened up more people to get an exposure to Job Corps. I always say that you are truly the hidden gem in the Cunningham-Butler Valley, because it's such a beautiful facility. It's very large, and there's always something going on there. And that's one thing I always love. We're going to take a short break. We'll come back and close up the show here on Topic A on WYLN. Stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Are you in good hands? Call Gary McNeilis of Allstate Insurance for all your insurance needs. The McNeilis Agency has 2 locations to conveniently serve you, 1092 North Church Street in Hazel Township and Hometown Village Square in Hometown. Their quality, service-oriented agency will make sure you get the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call in Hazel Township at 570-454-1981 or in Hometown at 570-668-5133.
Are you in good hands?
The area's fastest internet just got faster. Introducing 100 meg internet, now available from Service Electric. With 100 meg, there's nothing you can't do. Browse better, stream more, power every device. This is lightning fast internet designed to fit your family's needs. It's brand new and it's the fastest game in town. Get 100 meg internet from Service Electric, your local provider of the speed you need. Call 570-825-8508 today.
This week on The Storm, my guest is Kristen Tulo, the director of the PA Humane Society. She'll fill us in on the many components of Libre's law, update us on tethering rules, and even share some legislation in the works to prevent ivory sales. It's coming up this week on WYLN 35.
Welcome back to Topic A here on WYLN. We're talking about the Keystone Job Corps, a lot going on, and we celebrate the 50th anniversary. So we talked about the event, and Cal, if you can recap the events for us, what will be going on starting on the 30th, correct?
Again, from 10 a.m., we're doing the registration. Well, on the 30th, we're actually doing the fireworks. The 31st, we're going to be doing the registration at 10 a.m. They'll be coming into culinary. They'll be parking up on the upper lot. They'll be bussed down, and we'll go through the whole registration procedure. Then we'll be doing the trade displays, we'll be doing the luncheon, we'll be doing children activities, we'll be doing dormitory tours, we'll be having the program at 2:30. We're going to be doing a tree dedication, we're going to be doing a time capsule also, and at the end of the day, at 3:30, we'll be complete.
It's a great event, so everyone can come down, take part. Now, they could just show up that day and say, hey, we're here for the tour, and then you'll do everything that way, so no calling ahead of time, getting anything done.
The only individuals who are asking to give us an RSVP are those who are invited, who we may have to put on the program, and we may include in other parts of the festivities.
Wonderful. So it's a great thing to come out toward. If you've never been there, or maybe you were there 30 years ago or 40 years ago, it's maybe a good thing to come down, see all the great things happen. I know a lot of people pass by every day and they see the large facilities down there. It's a great thing to go and take a tour of and look and see what's going on. Kelly, you were here, you said about 30 years ago with it. Was there anything that really shocked you when you came back around this year?
Oh, certainly the dormitories. You know, I think the other thing is the nod to former Congressman Flood. He's the one who enacted that we would get a Job Corps Center here in Drums. And so the recreation facilities there, and I recall when I was calling some basketball games, there wasn't air conditioning, but I think our students are a little spoiled now that it's air conditioning. If we lose it for an hour, the crying starts. But, you know, just the cafeteria is huge. It's a phenomenal facility. The culinary arts building that our students built, you know, that's always, not only do they serve great food, but when you're sitting in there and you see the rafters and you see the fireplace and you see all that they've accomplished. I think that's also, you know, pretty impressive. You know, when we look at the buildings and grounds that our students have built, you know, the academic facility. So it's not just about the training, but making that center a better place for future generations. I think the other thing is, you know, when students come up to me and say, my mom was here, and she said to make sure I said hi. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness. Good, I'm calling your mom. So, you know, it's just fun I look forward to seeing some of the alumni come back who can celebrate with us and, you know, understanding they were part of the success that we have. You know, to think now that we have people out there who went on to college and went on to careers and, you know, went into the military and just the impact they've had beyond Drums, PA. You know, we have individuals who are out there that are doctors and lawyers, pharmacists.
Wow.
You know, they're business owners, they're authors, they're moms, they're dads, they're survivors, they're thrivers. And just the opportunity to know that here on this campus, the impact that we had and the ripple effect that it's had as these people move forward with their lives and back into their communities.
And it's great. And I always say, no matter if it was covering an event with you, Cal, your predecessor, who I worked with, you know, we always talked highly of Job Corps. It's a great place. We love being down there. I love that culinary. I love that building because you sit there and you look at the mountains and the valley, and in the fall time, it's so beautiful. So thank you guys so much for coming on. We welcome you back anytime to talk about Job Corps and the great things going on. And of course, you'll be able to see more and learn more about it down at the open house. So make sure you go out. And of course, you can watch it all here on WYLN, as we'll have crews covering the event on the 31st as well. Thank you so much for joining us here on Topic A, where the community comes to talk. There's great things going on in our area. Make sure you get out and take part in them. Thanks for joining us on WYLN. We'll see you next time.